BROLL, we highlight those behind the scenes in music and fashion culture.
So I'm in this dope ass artist mansion. We have artists recording, fashion designers, stylists, full team.
Hi, I'm David Felix. I'm a fashion designer / model / stylist.
Hi, I'm Changi. I'm a fashion designer, I'm a stylist, I'm an influencer, I'm a model.
Hi, my name is Gemini. I'm a stylist here at Fax.
Hello, I'm Tyler. I'm from South Africa, Johannesburg, and I sing, I dance, I make art, I do everything that has to do with culture.
Yo, my name is Inferno. I'm a record producer from Cape Town. I've been writing music for the past 8 to 9 years.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Jamie aka Big Jamal. I'm from Durban, South Africa, and I'm a singer-songwriter. Wagwan.
I want to thank you for welcoming me to this beautiful place. We're in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I'm getting put on to the music vibe here, the fashion vibe, the creative vibe. What inspired you to pursue, whether it's music, fashion, or production?
Personally, I grew up in a musical family. Every Sunday we would wake up with gospel music or any type of music, even hip hop, Tupac, anything. I would always wake up to music and it would be normal for me. And then we'd know we're spending the day cleaning. And since I was small, I've always been drawn to music and performing and dancing, and I noticed this was my year of matric last year in high school, and when it was time to apply for university, I read so many things and nothing clicked. Nothing. I had the opportunity to do certain things. My parents wanted me to do mining engineering and that type of stuff. It interested me, but nothing clicked like music.
Ironically, I wasn't inspired by hip hop. I'm a big Skrillex head.
Really? So you're EDM?
I'm an EDM head. Hey? That's where it started for me. I mean, I even got tattooed on my arm. I'm a real EDM Skrillex.
Wow.
Head. Yeah, no, it's on there. It's real.
Okay.
So that's what got me into music. I heard a Skrillex song. Well, firstly, a girl dumped me, and I was like, I want to be the cool guy. I'm gonna be the DJ. And I learned how to DJ. And then I heard a Skrillex song, and I literally googled how to make music. And some WikiHow tutorial came up and download FL Studio. This was grade 7, 8 years ago.
One of my earliest memories of music, I think, would have to be
50 Cent.
Oh, which one? Give me one track. Your favorite 50 track. One.
Favorite 50 track?
One. Pick one.
Pick one.
The one that's on your head right now.
PIMP, baby.
Oh God.
I'd be 11-year-old kid, I don't know what you have, just feeling myself.
My inspiration was my mom. When I was young, I used to get my mom used to drip. She used to drip, and and I got some inspiration. You said you shouldn't mention America, but then that's where I get most of my inspiration, because I feel that they're more advanced in fashion than in Africa, because mostly in Africa we get those African prints where we can't even, so we wanna go different and show people that we can do something out of this world, out of this country. And with modeling, I used to enter beauty pageants in primary back in grade 1, grade 3, and I used to win. My mom was there to support me. And
about it.
Yeah, I was about it. It was from the early years, so that's what inspired me.
Oh, for me personally, it all started, I think it was my mom used to buy me clothes and I didn't like them. I used to I would just cut them. She'd be like, why do you cut the clothes? I don't like them like this. I like them like the way like I cut them, you know. So it started from me, and from there growing up, I never used to like look around for like fashion inspiration on internet or anything. I used to like think whatever it's on my mind, like let me just do that. We just do that. And people are like, yo, that's so cool. How do you do that? I'm like, I just did it in my mind.
Yeah. Crazy with it. Like it's just like people are just going wild. Like it's just us like realizing that like it's here. Like this is where like it is. Like it's happening here. And like that's how like we
because you guys at the forefront now, so
I feel like Africa just has like a glow up on it, to be honest.
100%.
It's not a glow up on it. It's like, okay, now everyone's like noticing me. Like,
I think it's about time. Like, I think it's exciting.
It is.
I don't know, hey? I think it's exciting. And I feel like Africa was that kid that like grew up and everyone's like, oh my god, look at Africa. But now you all starting to dress like Africa. You're all starting to copy Africa. And now you're doing it too well, where it's like, you know, the biggest Afro-pop song is about like Drake. And it's like, that's ours.
I think like instead of like taking from us, you should let us
appreciate
represent
develop
the culture. Let us represent it.
So I think it's important to kind of like show you guys like, hey, this is where it's at. You can work with us. We're here. We exist. We're making it. What's up? You know. So that's the vibe that I'm.
We're collaborating. You know, you're not just being like this and sauce.
Like just how like you guys are doing with like Maluma, Rosalia and stuff. They're doing like Latina and like that kind of music, and then like it's popping there. Like it's like they doing what they relate to. Like they singing in their languages. It's something that we should like have like with America. Like Africa.
And I feel like that'll be more like fresh.
Like
Kwaito came out of the hood. You know.
So what is that?
Kwaito is,
imagine like hip hop. I mean house music, just really slow to like a.
It's
but then you're rapping like it's hip hop, but to like a really slow house music. So imagine Kate Ronaldo slowed down with someone rapping over it.
And like real, like a bit of gassy rap.
That's what it is. Slow down house music with someone rapping all over it about like real shit. That's quite. But everything comes from the hood here. Like everything comes from the hood, and then we appropriate in the different classes. But everything.
I think even in America, our hoods look differently. Like the hood in LA, you know what I'm saying, is houses and stuff. But it's real. The hood in New York is projects and buildings and the hood, you know.
The hood has shacks, but then like there are certain places where you can find shacks, and certain places where you can find houses, buildings, and even proper houses. So that's.
But the common thing with South African hoods, and not even just South African hoods, just hoods in Africa, is there's a common building, a shack, the tin, the house made out of like metal. And if you've seen those, they're like metal boxes. So that's called a shack. So that's prevalent throughout Africa. That's the one common thing across every hood. But you get different hoods, but
you get different levels of the hood for sure.
Different levels.
Levels.
Like it's not like you go into the hood and then like get robbed. Like that's a myth.
No, there's certain places.
Deep Soweto. That's where you can find like hijackers, housebreakers. There's those like.
So like, is there a white hood? I feel like we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, there is kind of like a wide. Well, where I'm from, there's definitely a wide hood area. There's a couple. I wouldn't say it's as bad as like shacks and stuff, but it's definitely like more like trailer park, rundown houses. Like
just like how you guys have like
so you have trailer.
But like the trailer park would be like level 1 of an African hood. Like it's level 1 of like the hood.
There's definitely like, I mean, obviously there's white people struggling, but it's like you can't even compare. You know what I'm saying? So it's hood and it's rough and it's hectic, but not. You can't compare it.
Gotcha.
Like I'm not even gonna front on that and be like, yo, there's some white people here like in there. Like obviously there are. And there's also white people like in them, but like not comparable.
So now that we're getting on the subject, I'm interested and curious to know because I find it very recent that, you know, apartheid and like overt racism was just here when I was alive and in America. Like, I'm not saying we don't have racism, but I mean overt laws and racism were wiped out in the late 60s and early 70s. So, you know, we haven't had like overt laws, like you can't be here and you guys have, and I just like, in like how it's still kind of fresh then. So like, yeah, so how are you guys functioning and how does that affect music too?
Yeah, I think like yes, it is still very fresh in South Africa, and obviously like our parents lived through that time, so like Cool Drink's parents are gonna have very different stories to what my parents are gonna have, you know. So I think as the youth in the country, we've just kind of accepted what was and said like, well, we not like that, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't like, as cliche and generic as it sounds, we don't like, I don't look at Lebo and be like, yo, he's an African man, you know what I mean? Like Lebo's my brother, we live in the same house, we break the same bread, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how it's been since I was alive. I was born in '95, which is the born free generation, the first year out of apartheid. So, but with that being said, it's still very on the line with things, especially with a lot of the older generations, would you guys say? So I feel like as a white male in South Africa, there's not a culture that I relate to or want to relate to, like fuck my forefathers, you know what I mean? Like fuck this label and there's like you know what I'm saying? So I feel like as a white male in South, especially in hip hop music, I'm trying to create a new culture of ally. Like if you're gonna be a white homie in South Africa, that's cool, but there's certain things you need to do just simply based on our past. You know what I mean? So that's my agenda, and I mean I have this wonderful group of people around me that just help me, guide me, because I'm still very ignorant in a lot of things, you know, because we were all brought up differently and in different things. So my whole thing is like, South Africa's been fucked in the past, but now it's our job to fix it and make it right.
Yeah, sure. But just to touch on there with the music side of things, how that affects things. For like someone like Jamie, as I said, white male trying to enter the hip hop rap market. He can't just enter it like I would. He can't just drop a song. He needs to be careful and build on how he does things in the rap market. He's still a white male in the rap market, and it's he needs to tiptoe until he's, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I actually really admire that, and it's something that I wish more American races that are not black were conscious of. Our music culture specifically, because it's kind of like all we had to express ourselves. And it's like we're down with having other people join that. However, it's like just respect what we have going on, and I do love that you are respecting it, and I wish there were more people in America respecting it, but you know, hey.
We'll bring it to you. We'll bring it to you. We'll bring him up.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting place. It's an interesting political situation in America. African, and then it's colored, and then for Americans, we're like, what is colored? Because colored for us is like a derogatory term used for black people, but here it means something different. And I was gonna ask you, because you, you know, just looking at you, and I could be wrong, it looks like you're colored, but you know, so if you can explain what that means, so we're not confused. Yeah. Confused, walking around like, who is colored, and why are you calling him that?
No, but like, colored is actually like white and black. Mixed together, that's colored. But like what I noticed is that if you mixed, you considered colored. Like you could be Indian and white, you colored.
How do you feel about like now that music is moving into a more global space, and you have like, you know, Afro beats and all these different things coming from Africa, you know, coming from here, coming from Lagos, coming from Ghana? Like, how do y'all feel about that? Are we appropriating y'all? Like, what's up? It is. Okay.
Really just chillin', I'm really just bullin'. Told the bitch get on her knees and be nut on your boobies. I can Every season, my season, that's on me. If it's cold, I make it colder. If it's hot, then I bring more heat. Umakoko uyakala. Ukwadil, ish, you cannot retire. Huh, they say nothing comes from Mahala.
If black is around, it's an animal. Bitch, I gotta be Lucas, raps a cannibal. Look, I'm the antidote. Fuck all the sauce, I got all of the matter, bro. Really rapping, these niggas can't handle, bro. I got the ammo, my nigga, I'm lit. It's
What it is? What's up? Can you please keep filling up my cup?